Hello, today I wanted to talk about cancer. It's a scary word. Every time somebody says it, everybody sort of disappears. Nobody wants to hear about it. It's sort of a scary thing. Cancer is a disease where growths, basically your cells start growing out of control and not within the specifications of your DNA. And a lot of times it starts replacing things, and it's a bad illness. I talk about this because my father died of cancer 2.5 years ago. He had lung cancer and liver cancer, and he basically went to the medical establishment, and all the doctors sort of looked at him like he was a dead man. They basically treated him as a dead man walking. And so he started looking into, they basically gave him 2 to 3 months to live. So he started looking into alternative medicines. One of the ones that he focused on at the time, and since then I've actually read a lot about it, was cesium. Using cesium as a toxin instead of chemo. What they use in chemotherapy is a mercury-based toxin, which you ingest or they inject into you to kill the cancer, and hopefully, quote-unquote, it kills cancer before it kills you. The cesium is an alternative chemo-type therapy. It's just that the cesium, theoretically, does not kill valid good tissue. It only attacks the cancer several different ways. One way is some people, it makes you, it's an alkaline metal, cesium is, and cesium makes you more alkali rather than acidic, and apparently cancer grows very well in acidic situations, where in alkali situations it doesn't grow very well. There's also, I'll put some links on the side of this, but there's also theories that cesium is very much like potassium, and potassium actually takes glucose into your cells. The potassium is what gives your cells glucose for energy, and cesium is very similar to potassium. And from what I've read, is it acts like potassium, and it'll take glucose into the cell, but it can't exit the cell, so the cell ends up dying and starving. But that only happens in cancer cells. For some reason, the cesium won't enter the good cells. It only enters the bad cells and blocks them up. Now, my dad tried that, and it seemed to be working, but my dad actually died of a burst intestine. One thing about cancer is when you do kill the cancer, which is what it seemed to be doing, and we have some proof of that, but it leaves holes. When you kill the cancer, if it has eaten something up, then like if there's a cancer cell, a cancerous growth on some type of body part, when it dies, it leaves a hole. And in my opinion, the doctors did not keep track of that, and it took them 24 hours to find out that my father had a burst intestine. Well, it was too late by then. So what actually killed my father was the burst intestine, not the cancer. So, anyway, now we come to this year. My dog, Fred, who in July, it is now December, in July he was diagnosed with liver cancer. His liver was 3 times the size of what it should be. There was a growth in it. He also had many lumps and tumors on him, and so the vet gave him at the most 2 months to live. I didn't give him that much. He was sick, he was not eating, that's why we took him to the vet. He just wasn't doing anything, he wasn't moving. He couldn't walk down the driveway very much. That's how we noticed. He was walking, all of a sudden he just stopped, and like he was going to pass out. So now let me show you Fred. We had some extra, we had extra stuff from my father, and so we gave it to him. Here's Fred. Fred, come here. This is now Fred. We gave him the cesium treatments, and he runs now, he walks now. He looks fairly healthy. He's still fairly skinny, but he's doing a lot better. That's Smokey. Here is his x-rays. We had an x-ray before. This was in 6/23/08. Let's see, here is his heart, and here, right here, is the cancerous tumor. That's his liver. His liver should be this big. It was this big. This was taken in 8/28/08 after we gave him the cesium, and well, we're seeing too much stuff through the thing. But if you look right here, his liver is now about a third or a half of what it was. So his liver actually reduced in size. And here's Fred. This is the same dog that did not like or could not get off the couch, couldn't walk. Fred, come here. Come here. Get it. Go get it. Now he runs. He barks. He's happy. Come here. This is Fred. He should be dead right now. That's basically, he should have died in August. It's now almost January. It's December, late December. This is Smoke Drop. And now he runs. He can actually go for walks. He's all hyper. Let's go outside. Go. Go. Now he runs. He has energy. He eats a lot more. Get it. Now he doesn't seem like a sick dog at all. He's skinny, but he doesn't seem sick at all. He actually looks at you and he's happy. I will post some links and maybe some more information on the side on what we used. We used a cesium and potassium mixture from Rainbow Products. I'll put a link on the side for that. But anyway, I just felt the need to put that up on YouTube for anybody. I'm not a doctor, I'll tell you that right now. But I do believe that sometimes the doctors are so entrenched in what they do now, they can't see beyond what they're doing. So if people, basically, Fred was given a death sentence, and now he's alive. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, it's, you know, it's really, the proof is sort of in the pudding right there. And he runs, oops, barks, and he's doing good. Thank you for watching.